Thank you very much. There are moments for which you live your life. This is definitely one moment for which we have lived a large part of our last 25 years. This is an absolutely dream come true moment for every CLite who has worked with us in the past, at present. Many of you are here. I think I really feel very humbled to be here. One of the shlokas that has remained etched in my mind while watching one of the few Sanskrit movies, Adi Shankara, was this shloka from Rig Veda, which says, Akashat patitan toyam yatha gacchati sagaram. Every droplet of water that falls from the skies, it will find its way to the ocean. To me, it echoes very, very closely with the entrepreneurial journey. Entrepreneurship is about picking the droplet of water from the skies. Others can't see it. You think that you see it, you convert it into a real droplet of water. And the ocean in this entrepreneurial world, to me, is the stock markets. Because this is a constructive, in my mind, the modern construct of giving your baby back to the society. From 1 shareholders to 6 of us to 200 of us. When we finish the ceremony today, Tarun, thanks to your institutional presence, we will be an entity that has over 70,000 owners. And that's the ocean that we are handing over the institution to. We were conceptually trustees, we were intellectually trustees of this institution for the last 20 years. That responsibility goes up remarkably. And as creators, we believe that the more the ankushas on us, the more we will be responsible. And the feedback that will come back to us from the external world will always be objective. And if we are humble, yet driven by our courage of conviction, there is a tremendous future that I believe awaits all of us who in this room have contributed in a small or big way to making Seal Educate reach where it is today. And that handing over of the ceremony, if I call it as a handing over ceremony of the institution to the society, I can't think of a better construct. We could not think of a better construct than having our parents and gurus come and do it. And we are very, very humbled by their presence here. I would request my co-founders to kindly accompany our parents to the stage and let them occupy the seats for the next 10-15 minutes. GP, kindly accompany Kanakanti, Srini, parents, Sujit, brother Abhijit, Samir, please join us, and Shivku, Mr. Sarangi. In the design of the program, most of it is very clinical here, but we sought the permission of the NSE protocol. And where is Manu? Yeah, Manu, come. So we sought their indulgence to allow us to be able to do this, and they were very, very gracious enough to grant us this. In my view, no one knows building long-term value than our parents. All of us are products of a low middle class government servant families and 3-4 kids to feed. You could barely manage the school fee, and then anything more you had to do by dint of your own efforts. And these people who are here, they never fed us with the feeling of paucity. I don't recall a moment where we felt that we are anything but plentiful. And that feeling is what, in my view, drives CL Educate, where we believe that if I am here, I don't need any other resource. I am the greatest resource that CL Educate could have. And that feeling of plentiness has been nurtured in us infinitely by our parents and gurus. I would like all of us to give them a big round of applause. I have a 8-minute window, so I've consumed about 4 or 5. Okay, but this was the most important one in my view. I'll take a couple of more minutes and before I hand it back for the progress ahead. I'm extremely grateful to our independent board members. Safir is here. He's the only board member to be available here, independent. Hey, Sagita, that's another board member. These people keep us on toes. We can't be doing anything but be respected by them. You know, one of the things I've always asked myself of is that, do my co-founders respect me for the way I conduct myself? There is no collusion that's possible in the real world. And collectively we have strived to be respected by the independent board members. And collectively when we go out, as a group of that 12 people, we said that, do people talk to us with respect? And I think in that journey, people like Sridhar Iyengar is not here, Sangeeta, Safir, Gopal Jain, Viraj isn't here, and we've had a couple of board members who have, HDFC, Madhumita was there for a while. They have been of great support to us. Thank you very much for being there, Sangeeta, Safir. Large number of our friends, lot of you are here who have invested small amounts of money when we needed way back in 2001, 2005. You don't know how invaluable that has been. Thank you so much for being there. You know, one of the things that we are telling ourselves is that, or good thing, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but I believe it's a good thing, is that most of us are absolute novices about stock markets. We believe in fundamentals of business. So what happens to the stock price tomorrow, day after? We are saying that, you know, that's like the scoreboard of Sachin Tendulkar. If Sachin has to play, Virat has to play, they have to go back tomorrow, pad it up and look at the ball and play. And the scoreboard that is visible there, it's not even the match statistics, it's the career statistics. So if I look at my career statistics and play the ball, I'm going to get out. We are saying that we'll go back, put our heads down and do for the next 5 years, 10 years, what we have done for the past 20 years. That is something that we are taking without for a moment forgetting that our responsibility towards the all-round stakeholders, including the new shareholders, has only gone up. We look at our parents as our stakeholders, our students as our stakeholders, government to whom we pay taxes as stakeholders. We want to keep everyone know and believe that CL Educate is a very responsible corporate. So if today there is one thing that I would want to remind ourselves of, is the responsibility that we have to all the stakeholders. One last bullet before I close. You know, we are a country of 125 crores, and it is a cliche that it's a great opportunity, and people are very dismissive of that. I always believe that a cliche is a cliche because it is truth, and it is an anomaly that there is no company with 1 million customers, no company with presence in every small town where there are 2 lakhs of population, because every home has a career dream that is getting nurtured. And every home, every parent, every mother needs someone who they trust. Are we worthy of that trust? Are we competent to reach that home? Is the question that we need to ask ourselves. So if any, we are in search of hitting our level of incompetence. The opportunity is infinite. I also believe that in the next 10 to 20 years, the global center of gravity of educational services will be in India. I have no doubt about it, because intrinsically at the DNA level, you and I know that we understand education and the value of education. And I would go on to say that each one of us in this room are here because of our education. Number 2, we also intuitively understand technology. Educational understanding, technological understanding is going to be the key differentiator. And when we look into the future, collectively as a team, we look forward to making sure that we are at the cutting edge of these two, and we are able to blend these two, marry these two, to deliver value to the final 14-year-old, 18-year-old youngster who's looking towards us with hope and with trust. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. I would like to also thank all my founding members team. You know, there is this ad that you might recall. गाड़ी कितनी देती है? सुना होगा ना आपने? ये गाड़ी जो है ना, ये इनफाइनाइट देती है और मेंटेनेंस जीरो है. ऐसी गाड़ी मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है. And I just have this fortune of being a guy who gets a little bit more limelight than 5 of them. Nikhil, we are missing him today. He worked the hardest perhaps. So we thought we'll get Manu here to represent him. Thank you very much.